So our intrepid so-and-sos, we zoom in on Tombstone, middle of the day, and Levi being gripped by an 1800s Irish woman with no clothes because they've all rotted away.
Not the first time.
Just gently. I haven't used these joints in I don't know how long. You haven't told me yet.
Oh, sorry, it's 2019?
I'm sorry, math was never my strong suit.
Well, it's been over 200 years.
Do I actually need to consider her as alive? She was just brought back, and I don't think that's natural.
Darling, can I take your vitals?
What does that mean?
Take your heart rate and respiration.
She's a doctor.
Oh, so you wish to, I don't know, poke around in my head?
Not
Not
the
your
head,
head, just on
everything
your
else.
skin, I guess. You take your vitals.
I'm turned around at this point. Like,
Medicine's come quite a long way. They don't really need to do as many invasive things.
Hi. So it's not just liquor and fun then anymore?
Well, there isn't much liquor for me anyway.
Well, anyway, do any of you have any clothes? It is quite undecent.
I'll be back.
I'll give her my jacket.
I come back with like sweatpants and a hood that's in my car to be more discreet.
How do you put this on then?
Put your legs through it.
It's inappropriate for a woman to wear pants.
All you men, turn around, I'll help.
You're in the wrong time. Remember that.
I help you.
So are you a harlot then?
Not anymore.
Oh, just by the way you're dressed, I just assumed. I'm sorry. It's a very noble profession out here in the desert.
I appreciate you saying so. You know, things are different now. We do dress a little differently.
I ran a whorehouse for a while. It put Tombstone on the map.
How wonderful for you. You were in charge then.
Yes, of course. It was woman's work. Men couldn't be trusted to keep after, the business of a woman.
Of course, you must have been very savvy then.
Too busy sampling the products.
What? No.
The men, that's why they couldn't be trusted.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. I misunderstood your colloquialism.
Well,
So we have a similar da then.
yes, I was going to ask you how you knew who I was. Or what I am.
Well, you had the flames of Lethagros coming right out your elbows there.
And that is familiar to you.
Oh, yes. She also summons the same fire. It's good to see that Dad still cares. You and your friend.
And my friend.
Yes, you carry the marks.
what?
No comment.
We are not yet acquainted enough. I was unaware.
Oh, he's the spitting image of my dear William. You're obviously family. What's your last name?
Beck.
No, not a name I recognize. But I'm sure if we run down to Town Hall, I could find some records.
I doubt it, in all honesty.
What? You don't keep records anymore?
Well, we have the records, but I don't believe that I'd match anything.
It's also not just flipping through papers anymore.
I'm assuming me being brought from the dead wasn't what you anticipated.
No, we actually intended on using your corpse, but, alive might be useful as well.
I mean, I've been dead for a while. I wouldn't begrieve you if you need to give me the old Johnny smile.
It's a good option.
No.
Solve our problem.
Was it a service you offered in your house?
No, but I understand that it's unnatural.
Well,
Very.
perhaps you could help us with something before.
Of course.
You know how you died.
Not rightly, no.
Sealing an angel. Banishing it back to its home.
Oh, that's what they were doing.
Yes.
That makes sense. It was some villagers.
Yeah.
I just assumed they were burning me for a witch, which isn't too far off.
We're back in a similar predicament.
What? You're burning witches again? You said it was progressive.
No, not quite the same. But we are back with an angel on the loose.
Oh. Oh, well.
Would seem to be the same angel that possessed you before your untimely death.
I don't remember any possession. I got my throat slit pretty quickly after they finished the chant.
And then,
Which was very ironic that they were accusing me of being a witch and then they were doing all this chanting. Anointing me with oils and throwing mud at me and whatnot.
So you remember what happened?
Vaguely. It was like it was yesterday.
Do you remember any elemental weirdness?
I mean,
around the time
perhaps.
of your death?
Like I said, they did throw mud.
And let you on fire.
Eventually,
Did
but
they
again,
drown you
that's
in
part...
water?
Huh?
Did they drown you in water?
I don't believe so. If they had drowned me, then I wouldn't have been alive for the fire bit.
She makes a fair point.
Did they like dunk you in water or anything?
I'm sure. I mean, they do this to witches all the time. I just assumed that it was that. I didn't pay much attention. I just figured it was my time, and, my daughters were grown, so I figure, why not? It was either this or the coughing disease.
Valiant.
We'd like to do the ritual again. The angel's been hurting several locals here. Not just in your town, but in ours.
And you wish to seal the angel inside of me.
Preferably.
And you know the details of this ritual.
We know general steps of the ritual.
Well, I would be much more comfortable if we had someone who knew the ritual.
Well, let's get you to
I'll
close
go to
room.
the bathroom.
Why would he need to go to the bathroom? Is this some kind of cock magic?
Our brother sees him in the bathroom.
Yes, it is cock magic. Levi, would you like to join?
Not in the car, please. No,
Fine,
car.
fine. We'll go to the car.
Would you like to come with us?
Stream's down.
Oh, no.
It's coming back up.
There it goes.
It's back up.
We're back.
Back up again. Levi's back.
Tell a friend.
Dear little friend.
Who's got the larger vehicle? What are you taking again?
Standard car, Mustang. Something on the back, but not much.
All right, mine it is.
Leather seats. Walls.
Should we be concerned that man is... I mean, he rose her for a purpose, right? He's not gonna...
Well, if he ran from us, he might be scared of our numbers.
I wonder
Did you say
if
something that Mo told you? That if she's alive, we can't do the thing.
right.
We can't do the thing on her corpse, but potentially we can do it on her living body if she
If
accepts
she's
it.
willing to die.
Well, either way, we should perhaps talk to Mo.
Well, I do think that he really only rose her to stop us from using her corpse. So,
Chance.
What's a car?
Well, your mind's about to be blown.
just think of it as a couch with doors.
What does
That
the wind
moves.
blowing have to
Carriage
do with my
no
mind?
horse, but it still goes forward.
We're not going to be turning it on quite yet. We can sit in silence for a moment. Walk her over to the Lexus.
She sits on the cushioned seat for the first time in her existence. Oh my. Oh, Lord Almighty.
I would have given her the passenger seat out of respect. I'll take the driver's seat myself. Lucius, do you
I'll
want to
sit
take
in the back.
Do you scoot over to one side or do you stay in the middle?
I'll stay in the middle.
Okay. So Mo appears, his arm around you. I'm so tired. How are you, Constance? Oh, Eamon. I didn't realize it was going to be you.
Oh, you're
Amen.
personally acquainted?
Oh, yes. Eamon was very much so, I'm losing the accent, but very much so a part of my life.
Were you lovers?
No. Is it common for somebody to ask such a question just out of the blue of a lady?
For Levi, yes.
For Mo, yes.
You know, Levi, that I've always had predilections. Women are always a means to an end.
So, you brought us to Constance. You tried to keep her dead. Now she's not. What do we do?
Well, you would have to perform the ritual on a living host, essentially trapping the angel inside of Constance.
So it can still be done.
It can still be
not
done, but
I broke down the window. Can the window be down and still be inside?
the ritual can be done. It would just be the proper ritual, not the one that I gave you.
Do you have the details of the proper ritual?
If you bring her to me, we could do it inside the club. I could set up a ritual space for tonight.
Is there a way to do it without her dying again?
Well, the death part is complicated. So, the reason that the teenagers ran afoul of the creature was they invoked it instead of binding it. So, once it was invoked, they lost control of it. They attempted to kill the vessel in order to gain control. This, of course, was the wrong thing to do with an invocation because now the host could no longer fight the creature, and in trying to kill him, they had also damaged their circle. It was a very amateur whack job kind of situation. What we would be doing would be binding the angel to Constance's will. Now, if Constance refuses to give up the angel, we can destroy her mortal body and thus destroying the binding, thus sending it back where it came from.
And if she does choose to give up the angel,
Then she can go on and live her happy little whore life in 2019.
And the angel gets sent back.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is what the angel wants, so I can't see any complications.
Constance, how do you feel about living in the here and now?
Well, I haven't been in the here and now very long yet, so...
Then I guess you can make a choice on the way back to town.
If
Prepare yourself.
this ritual is going to be better than the other ritual we're going to cast, why would that gentleman raise Constance from the dead? If you don't mind my asking.
Are you asking me?
I'm assuming it's because he didn't think we'd have that ritual.
I mean, how did he know we had any rituals, aside from that we were coming here?
Mo, are there any loopholes of if we summon the angel into Constance's body, someone being able to take the angel from there? Like intervening in between? Basically, is this a foolproof plan? If we do this ritual, the angel automatically goes into Constance. If she relinquishes control,
If we do the ritual correctly, no loopholes.
and you know how to do the ritual completely correctly,
Yes, of course.
how hard is it for us to do?
On your own, without me.
Either or.
On your own, you run probably a 60-40 chance.
And with you?
I can guarantee a 98% success rate.
What's the cost?
What cost?
The cost for performing the ritual correctly.
Well, it's rude to discuss payment so early in a transaction.
Based on the history of our relationship, we discuss payment up front every time.
I know, and it's very rude of you.
And my manners are not about to improve.
Well, as someone who knows Constance personally, I guess I would consider it a personal favor for bringing, even if it was haphazardly and against your will, a good friend of mine back to life, so I guess this would be fair.
You'll take nothing else but that she remains alive.
I do owe Constance. She did disembowel that sheriff and castrate that bull for me that one time. I so hate castration. It feels disrespectful.
Is there an inside equivalent?
Uh,
We ask every time.
Wits and composure, right, is what you said?
I think there's a social... So if you're trying to see if he's lying, it would be a subterfuge. If you're
Okay.
trying to get his intentions, it would be an empathy.
I'll do the
I'll do
lying one.
empathy.
I'll do the lying one.
I'll also do empathy.
And is it subterfuge plus anything or just subterfuge?
It would be subterfuge plus,
And I have
let's say,
specialty in spotting lies.
manipulation.
Empathy and what?
Also manipulation.
This is where my dice pool gets a little bigger. And I still only had 2 successes.
Exceptional for lying.
Nice.
One success for empathy. Like to see what his intentions are.
He seems strangely magnanimous, but you get the impression, for those of you who got empathy, you get the impression that for his creature as old as him, this is very rare for him to see someone again. You know what I mean? For immortals, it's something that just doesn't happen. You know what I mean? But you do get the feeling that, for those of you who went for lying, he is much more concerned about the fact that she's back, period, than anything else. You get the feeling that he knows something about her current state that he's not letting on to.
Okay. Is there anything more specific we should know about Constance to be prepared for what's going to happen?
No, a vessel's a vessel. I mean, we could use Levi just as easily as Constance.
Seems like there's a bit more to it, but I don't care too much.
I mean, there has to be a reason why you raise Constance. I feel like if we do this ritual, we'll walk ourselves into a trap.
Any demon blood could technically serve as a vessel for an angel.
And we have 2, at least. 3 of Constance's to be believed.
Well, what do you mean?
Oh, she seems to think that the agent here is one of ours.
Not likely.
Can I have a blood sample? Oh, he'll take care of it. He just kind of takes your finger and it starts bleeding a little bit. He holds it up to his little snake.
Throw it away.
There's definitely something there.
Something new to me. Try to be blind for that one. Or would I keep my 5?
I mean, you know that the way the demon blood view demon blood, he would not lie about somebody having it.
Still don't believe him anyway.
Are you adopted, by chance?
I don't think I was,
Well, if you excuse me, I have some internet to do.
Mo, real quick, before you go, is it going to be closed if we use the club?
He told you, if you'll excuse me, he has to do an internet.
Well,
guess we're going back now. We got what we came for.
Constance, why would he be worried about you being alive?
Worried?
He seemed grateful, but concerned.
I'm afraid I don't rightly know.
Nothing else about the way you died besides the ritual.
No connection to memory.
Well, as far as I know, you can't bring back somebody truly to life. You usually come back all zombified or skelefied. So maybe that is what's concerning him.
Well, into town?
What about the people in Tombstone?
Get rid of the cherub.
We can't do anything for them.
You know that he's probably going to summon the bar in Tombstone.
Oh, I see.
Because he can move it wherever, so there's no need for you guys to go all the way back to Tombstone.
After he does his internet.
Well, either way, we can't really do anything for them without releasing the angel.
Who was that, by the way? Seems like brother of yours? Does he always just use that weird magic of boom boom from that? First time I've seen that, but...
We'll call him a brother of ours for now, and a brother of Constance as well.
Alright.
The family has deep roots, what can I say?
Apparently.
How do you feel about nightclubs?
Easy to get in.
I
No
mean,
disguise needed.
nightclub is a bit of a stretch for Moe's. Or like basement speakeasy.
I don't know, a lot of things went on there.
Dark corners. Easy to assassinate.
Really dark rooms, yes. Really dark.
Fit in well.
I wouldn't try to kill anyone here without most permission, though.
Well, I don't have anyone I need to kill in there.
And also, given your morality, I mean, your character are you just putting on a front?
Mostly, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to be tough.
Yeah, okay. So that means somebody could make an empathy check, and you can make an expression or subterfuge. So, Levi, you can do a subterfuge against his subterfuge.
For spotting lies.
Yeah, so you would do manipulation. You can use presence or manipulation, your choice.
I have the same.
Manipulation?
New dice.
Yeah.
So,
I'm getting
where's
new
my
dice.
little square?
You're getting new dice?
So, 3. Yeah. Oh, looks like he beats me.
Exceptional.
So when he
How
starts
many?
talking about
Yeah.
assassinating people, you get the feeling that he's like flopping a murder peen on the table.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time somebody's been murdered in cold blood in Mo's home. It's kind of a sport there. But again, no
Very
that's
interesting.
permission.
I don't have a contract. Or I don't have a job.
How long do you think it's going to take him to come back?
Your guess is as good as mine. I'm just along for the ride.
I'm going to go search some more homes and make sure nobody's in imminent threat
I'll go with you.
from their laziness.
You find several people in need of like bed flipping, several people in like precarious positions, like water overflowing, stuff like that. Like
No one like in the bathtub.
you do find a couple of suicides, however.
How terrible.
Seems like it's getting worse.
I say prayers over
I
them.
hope this works.
Be a damn shame.
I'll just be the chauffeur, basically. Alright, next house.
There's 2 cars.
Oh, then I'll just sit in my car and wait for everybody. I'll stay behind them. I'll just be like, sticking with the group.
You just like staying behind and watching.
What do you think of this
Dreamed it.
new guy?
You do need to report in like
Yeah, I
throughout
would
the
say
day.
At one point in time during where I'm
I
alone
don't
in the
know.
car, I would. Alright.
Oh no, you just do
Don't know why it's
Typing
just
reports,
watching
you don't have
us.
to call
the
him.
whole
Oh no,
time.
it'd be like doing the
voicemail.
I'd talk to it and then type it out for me.
See, I probably wouldn't be going to the houses either. This is not exactly my seat.
Hey guys, let me know if you need some cremation.
Actually,
Constance is just amazed with every house.
I would stay with Constance.
Yeah.
Everyone's going, you need an explanation for anything.
Women really wear these shorts?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you would have loved the 90s. Micro minis everywhere.
That sounds awful.
It was fun.
It's bad for business.
Yeah. If you show everything, then what is there to sell?
Well, there's this thing.
Men
called-
must be ejaculating every time they take a few steps.
Some probably.
Some probably. There's a thing called internet porn. It's kind of helped desensitize people to this.
Oh, there's also a thing called the internet.
Yes.
I'll
Sorry.
pull up my phone
Also
and
called
just kinda
computers.
show those things. Like,
Oh my lord.
all this stuff, not porn. It's just like, see, you can find anything you want to find on here. There's also a good rule about the internet. Rule number 34. Click it before I explain any more and go back to my car.
I have a feeling that magic has become much more of a prevalence in your lives.
That is one word for it, yes.
So does that mean the Lucifuge finally got what she wanted?
Which part of what you wanted?
Oh, must not have then.
It's been a lot of fun, Constance. I'll just say that.
Alright.
You're waiting enough for Mo.
So you know that Mo can't operate unless it's bar hours. So around 6 o'clock, you know somewhere in town there is a pop-up speakeasy. So you search his Facebook page, you find it. I don't know anything about Tombstone, so I'm assuming it's just like in a park or something.
Storm cellar? Like,
Who's going in?
there is a brewery.
I'm going in first.
Okay.
No.
I'll let them all go in now. It's kind of like try and stealth.
Make your
walk
resolve plus composure rolls. Everyone except Levi and Beck.
And I'll take Constance's arm. And kind of.
Oh, I'm
said-
doing his.
Well,
Oh, and
Beck
Beck.
doesn't need to roll one.
Oh, so I do have the thing. Oh, okay. I will be like trying to be sneaky about it though, if you mind humoring me, or if it doesn't matter.
Oh, you don't. You have. This is all new to you.
No, I'm trying to sneak in basically. Like I don't like. I'm nervous about walking in.
It's
some town.
literally like a set of stairs into a well-lit room.
Okay. I can't roll
I
all
get 4
9 of my dice.
with yours and none with mine.
Are they mad at you?
They might be.
They're mad at him
Anyone fail?
completely and utterly.
I failed.
Oh, yes! All right. First things first, both of you make willpower rolls.
Is that just like my?
It's just your current dots and
Wait, I thought you
willpower
didn't fail.
rolled.
Well, that one I at least have an extra.
No,
die.
the first one I rolled. I
Oh.
failed. Current dots and willpower.
Or your current, like, however much willpower you currently have. Roll that.
That I have not expended.
Yeah.
Okay. I failed.
Okay.
Is that a 1?
It's a 7.
that we haven't
Wanted to
expended.
fail.
It's not like your total,
Too much
like your.
fun.
Not your total
Sound
willpower,
much.
just what you have left.
So
Okay.
if you've expended any, don't.
5.
1. 5.
Fail.
Okay. So you guys both dejectedly go and sit at the bar. This is your second time failing this willpower roll, so I need you. What is your virtue?
My virtue is fortitude.
Okay, so what is your vice?
Vice is wrath.
Wrath. So
Angry Text Carol.
pretty upset, and you are going to rage until you're not upset anymore, because
Okay.
nothing really matters.
Okay.
And then your vice is envy, right? So you feel the need to one-up everyone in the room.
Are you drinking with me or not?
Yes.
All right. 4 shots.
5.
Hurry up.
Why don't we start out with one shot and then a ginger ale?
No, I want a shot.
Levi, he has put me in a conundrum.
I'm concerned, and perhaps an angel shot.
Just give the man a damn shot.
Can't really argue when he's asked for it. Don't know why.
He-
They're gonna come up and about it.
For the first time in 1,000 years, ends the enchantment on the bar.
Am I still mad?
You're still kind of ticked off,
Mm.
but that's because of the
Yeah.
angel thing more than anything else.
What am I like?
You are back. You have your composure again, but you still feel that need to.
1 up.
Yeah, but you're not under the influence of Mo at all.
What are we
All I was
doing?
saying was just give them non-alcoholic shots. I don't know what the whole...
I was in a very particular rules place, and I don't have any keepers here tonight. So if something were to go wrong, it would be my word against yours, and I really don't want to spend the rest of my life inside a mason jar.
We're doing this without keepers.
Well, yes, the keepers would not let us do what we were about to do.
How did you get rid of them?
I sent her out to take out the trash and then move the bar.
Clever. You can do
Sneaky.
this, right? Oh, that seems like so.
This doesn't feel right.
Well, hence why I didn't let your friend get shit-faced and then, like, make out with a moose or something.
It would be a bull, not a moose. Okay.
Mooses are bigger than bulls.
But bulls are more attacky.
Why wouldn't your keepers let us do this?
Oh, I can't imagine why.
They're on the side of good.
Sure, angels aren't necessarily good, dear brother.
I know, but we are doing something that's good. I would imagine they would.
I
be
mean,
on our
I
side.
myself am just an angel with a coat of paint.
All I'm saying is, I would imagine they would be for what we're about to do.
I'd assume so. We're getting rid of something that's causing a lot of harm.
All right, then. Let's get started.
Do we have to find the angel first? Where is the angel anyway?
It doesn't matter. Once the invocation is done, if you can summon him from heaven, you can summon him from somewhere on earth.
I'll leave you all to it then. I'll just kind of go to the other side.
Constance is just, like,
Sit to the
in
side.
awe of this place.
All the lights,
Opening
and
and closing the door.
the refrigerator.
Turn the lights on.
I want to bring her something that's pretty more modern. It'll be funny.
In a refrigerator?
Okay.
How are you
So
going to
he
find it?
takes her over to the T, because he refuses to make a cross in his bar.
Why not St. Andrew's Cross?
That still seems kind of religious to him. T for tyranny. There's a little foot shelf, so she doesn't have to like be nailed to the damn thing. And so she's like perched there with both of her feet, and then he ties her hands. He's like, all right, shall we?
What do you need?
What do we do?
I need at least 4 of you with a 5th to do the reading.
Something specific
I'll
we
go.
need to be good at.
What language is the reading?
Do any of you happen to speak Enochian?
Never heard of it.
Don't you speak Enochian?
Latin.
Oh, Latin. Close enough. You, Latin. You read from this. Each of you will need to sit in one of the circles I've prepared and anoint yourself with the element of your choice.
I don't think I'd match any of these. Look at that.
So you're not going to help then?
What can I do? I don't have any connections with
sit over there.
artifacts, the church, the devil.
Oh, sweetie.
Something.
Teenagers did this.
We need a 4th.
Yeah,
There's
you have
4
to help
of
us.
you, are there not?
He's
There's a
reading.
5th. I have to
We
read.
need-
Oh, I'm confused. I'll take a seat somewhere.
I'll take the fire.
I'll take it, yeah.
Take whatever's left. Water.
You might want to remove your shirt.
Yeah, I have a spare in the truck anyway.
You might also want to remove your clothing.
I'll get a button down to his.
I'll take the
skivvies.
jacket off, just the jacket.
He brings out ritualistic speedos for everyone. Would you like a top? I have some in the bar, like a sports bra, maybe.
Okay.
I do want you to feel decent.
I think the fellas would be more uncomfortable.
Very well. Anyway, shall we begin? All right. So this is going to be contested action. You need to make academics plus resolve rolls to pronounce everything correctly and keep going. I will give you a +1 because you're used to reciting things.
Okay. Do I get to add my Latin to it too?
Latin is just like that. That's how fluid
Okay.
you are. You're not actually reading Latin. You're reading Enochian.
Okay.
So Mo goes over pronunciation with you. That's why it's going to be resolve plus academics.
Okay, so resolve.
Jeez.
The rest
Plus
of you,
academics?
Yeah.
And then do I get this? So my thing is theology.
I'll allow
Okay.
theology in this particular instance.
Okay.
The rest of you are going to make straight stamina, stamina plus occult rolls. No.
I'm spending will.
So it is extended. So if you, as long as you don't crit fail, you don't actually hurt. You just don't help.
Okay.
So how it's going to work is Hank will make his roll. That will set the number of successes that need to be succeeded by the 4 of you. So the more successes he gets, the less you guys have to get.
Okay.
Can I use my hellfire to help with anything on here? Like through willpower?
Just pop a
You
willpower.
could always pop a willpower,
3 dice.
and you can risk willpower during this because it is a magical ritual.
And
Party rest.
can you remind me what was? Just if you have
So-
one willpower.
So when you risk a willpower in pursuit of the vigil, which is what you guys are currently
Yeah.
doing, you can either get the normal, like an additional 3 dice, or you can give yourself 9 again.
Okay. And then if you succeed, you get that.
You get a willpower.
back.
We get the one you spent and an additional willpower.
I'm gonna risk.
Oh,
Same.
I figured you get the one back.
I'm not missing a willpower yet, so I'll just use one.
And then I just have to ask. I have artifacts, occult. Does that do anything? In this?
It is an occult roll. Oh no, this is not
Artifacts,
artifacts
okay.
at all. This
Got
is rituals.
Yep.
You're probably sitting prettier than everybody else, but
I did my
you can
roll.
also, if you so choose, attempt to use academics at a -1 as opposed to occult.
Oh. 2.
I don't have any academics, so.
Oh, no,
so
never
you're
mind.
just at a
Keep
1 regardless. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, that's me.
You can't risk.
I rolled on mine.
That's
what?
Oh, okay.
Well, you have to roll after Hank.
Oh.
So Hank has to roll, and that sets what you guys need.
2, 3.
Oh, so that means I actually need to remove one of these. Because I'm getting 3 from willpower, and then I just have 1. Because I
Yeah.
have 2 stamina, minus 3. Or
So
minus
it
1,
goes down
minus
to a
1.
1, and then you're
Yeah.
adding 3 from your willpower expenditure.
Oh, Lord.
Okay,
All
so
right.
Hank, if you want to get us started, and we will roll one at a time.
There you go.
2 successes.
Okay,
Where?
so that sets.
9, 8, 8.
That's a 6.
So for the first hour of the ritual, you guys need to get 8 successes
Altogether?
collectively.
Okay.
One at a time, starting with Coulter. So the order will be whatever Coulter's element is to whatever your element is, and so that'll be what you guys have to remember.
Okay. 1 success. So fire.
3.
So that puts us at 4.
Your Earth.
Earth.
So
Roll,
Earth is
roll
3.
some more, man. There you go.
2
So I just need
successes.
2.
So
Not that one.
here's 2.
1.
So each element has to get 8?
This is the last one, and we just need this one to work.
Okay. So that's
Got
just for the
8.
first hour.
So how many do you get?
So
You guys got 10. So who risked willpower? And you guys both got at least 1 success,
Yeah. Yep.
so you gain a willpower.
Do we still use the 3 dice when we risk?
Yeah,
Okay,
when
cool.
you risk willpower, you still have to use 3 dice, or you can give yourself 9 again, either or.
So you got 4 successes, right?
I
Yeah,
got
you
2
said.
successes. We meet our successes. That's all that matters.
8 total, including mine.
No, we
No,
made
it's
10
your
with
2
yours.
and then 8 additional. So it's 10
So whatever
every hour.
you roll, lowers ours.
Right, but I think as maybe my math's wrong, but we only got 8.
If that's what we needed.
No,
You
we
'Cause
needed
you rolled
8,
2.
but we didn't
We got
add
it
yours
together.
together.
Got it.
We didn't add yours to ours.
So now you roll 10 again. And we
You
all
have
roll
10 dice
again.
for this?
I only got 2 successes that time.
I got 1 with 9. I got 2 with 6. Can I risk again?
Yeah, you can risk anytime.
I'm gonna risk this time just because I.
But you don't get one back again.
Well, just keep in mind that if you fail a risk, it automatically counts as a
Oh,
critical
wait,
failure,
9, so then that.
no matter how many successes. Like, I mean, if you get no successes on a risk, it's a critical failure, no matter
So
how much.
Yeah, I
dice you
got
have.
5 because that would have been 6. I got
Yeah.
5.
5?
Yeah.
All right, so you only need 5 for the second hour of the ritual. You only need 5 successes.
Yeah, so we just gotta reach 10.
And keep in mind, if you guys beat the goal, that's why each of you are going to roll. If you guys beat the goal, it cuts the amount of time you need to do this for.
That doesn't look anything good.
No successes.
Okay.
You
No
risked,
success.
did
Did you
you?
risk?
I
You
didn't
did
decide if I
risk.
risked or if I spent, so yeah, I guess I probably risked.
If you did not declare that you were risking, we will count it as an expenditure.
Okay.
Just keep in mind to really
Declare.
declare that going
Yeah.
forward.
It would have been a risk.
Well, but you didn't say it, so
Okay.
I can not have you critically fail this ritual.
And I have to pop another willpower.
If you
Please
wish.
roll. One.
Come on, man. You have 9 dice. You better get 3.
I'm gonna risk.
Did you get?
Are you
Did you
risking extra dice or risking not
Yeah,
risking?
Risking extra.
Okay.
Your fire.
So that's 1 already. 2,
3, 4.
4.
So I just need to
So
get 9.
you got 1, right?
Yeah, so that's
So that's
5.
at 5. So you guys have reached goal. So everything you do is just an addition.
Well, I'll still risk just because I could get my 1 back.
Acrylic fail.
I got 1 already. So 3.
3 additional successes. Okay.
But that doesn't add on to next time, does it?
It shortens the amount of time
Okay.
because now, who has less than 2 stamina or 2 or lower stamina?
I have 2.
Okay, so going into this round, you need to make a stamina check at the beginning of the round.
So just 2.
I'm going to use a willpower.
Well, do you have 2 stamina?
Yeah.
Okay. What is everyone's stamina? Just tell me your
Two.
stamina.
Two.
Two. 3. Okay, so you're fine. You guys all need to make a stamina roll. You may add... For you, you may add elixirs because you're used to pushing your body. You may add your castigation because you're a little bit more than human. And you may add... You can add your benediction.
I'll give it that dexterity.
You can add athletics.
I'll use a willpower because I'm back to full again. That's a 1.
Okay, all you need is 1. So.
I thought it was a 6. I was like, no.
You just
for
need
me.
1. 3? Okay. Yeah, you're just rolling to stay conscious. All right. And so that's the beginning of the round. Your theology roll.
Two.
2. So as he starts chanting at the beginning of the 3rd hour, as you guys start to do your invocations, the room starts to like pulse with energy, and Constance begins to scream. So for 2 hours, nothing has happened, and then at the beginning of the 3rd hour, like stuff is happening. When you invoke your elements, like when you invoke fire, it gets hot. You invoke earth, everyone's mouth becomes dry, and sand stings your eyes. When you invoke wind, like wind whips everywhere. When you invoke water, like everyone begins to sweat and grow cold profusely. So you guys need 8 successes this round.
Okay.
And are you risking or spending?
Spending.
Okay.
So that was 4.
Ooh, nice. And also, if one of you exceptionals, that means we stop the round. Like, an exceptional success means no one else has to roll. It's an exceptional for the whole round, so.
I don't want to bring this up, but I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
My morality, injury to another, we're causing Constance pain.
Constance is in pain.
But she's doing this willingly, and this is also for... That's why I'm like, I don't want to bring it up, but I don't know.
Depends on how your character sees it.
What's your virtue?
Faith.
Faith?
So, I mean,
Be faith.
yeah, my faith.
This is for the greater good.
Yeah.
I mean,
believe
like,
this is...
you know this won't lead to her death.
Okay.
A little bit of pain. She
That's
willingly
kinda- okay.
signed up for it.
Saving the lives of
She's
thousands.
being a martyr and a sacrifice.
That's
so.
what I was thinking, but I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Like,
Now, if somebody goes to slit her throat, that would be an issue for her. But
Oh, yeah.
as of right now, you're not comfortable, but
I know it's necessary.
this is necessary.
Okay, cool. Got it.
He's spending another willpower.
Okay, so that brings us up to 6 for the
6.
round.
I'm not spending willpower.
Okay.
Three.
So it's 8, so no.
So that's 9.
Okay. So we're already over. So
I won't risk it this time. Top 1. 1, 2, 3. 3 more.
so we had how many from you? 4,
2,
3.
3.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
And then plus 3 more.
3. So that's an exceptional for the round because it's 5 over your goal. So that is the end of the ritual. Constance suddenly stops screaming, slumps forward, and then stands up and smiles. Oh, Mo, where did you get these people? As her chains fall away, like melt away from her arms. Constance, it's amazing to see you again. In your proper form. Yes.
I'll take a drink now. Go up to the bar.
You'll know that the angel is safely tucked away.
You're keeping it.
Lying check, by the way.
No, she's being completely honest. It is safely tucked away inside of her. That was the entire point. Why would I release it?
Quick question. What does it do inside of your form? And if you have it in control, does all of its effects stop?
If I wanted to.
Then you make all of its effects stop.
It will no longer feed, so people will slowly regain hope. Tombstone might be doomed, but
Might be doomed.
I mean, the level that they were at, I mean, it's hard to come back from.
The only way to help them
I don't really care.
be more of a favor. Help you get this back. Help us deal with that. Since
I owe
want
you
this,
nothing. I was doing you a favor.
Didn't you want the angel back?
I never said that. I was brought back from the dead against my will.
Yeah, it wasn't us. You want to be put back in there? It's up to you.
Are you threatening her?
This is more of like a query. Like you said, you got brought back against your will. Do you want to go
But
back?
you said,
Like,
do you want to go back as into her grave?
Yeah, no, it was mostly like, does that mean you want to go back? Because you said it's against your will. It wasn't like, go back. It was, wait, I'm confused type of question. You can take it as intimidation. I'll roll for it.
Are you rolling for
What's your
intimidation?
intention?
Yeah, what is your intention?
Doing? My intention is, wait, against your will, do you want to go back?
He's just asking.
I'm just asking. It's like the way you said it is like, do you not want to be here?
Oh, this world is a confusing place. Things aren't as simple as they used to be.
Is there anything we could do that would make you more inclined to help the people of Tombstone?
No? I don't know any of that.
No, how are we going to explain Constance to the Protectorate?
Protectorate?
Your keepers.
Oh, Constance is free to leave. She'll visit.
And not that it's any of my business, Constance, and I mean no disrespect, but what are you planning to do now?
Well, you rightly said that after all of this was done, that I could be on my way.
That is true.
We're just gonna let an angel walk out.
Oh, not an angel, darling.
She's one of ours.
Or just gonna let a demon that's housing an angel walk out.
I'm not a demon. So she's not a demon. I think Mo's the only one among us that qualifies.
So she summons the sword of Saint Michael and goes, "Are you meaning to stop me, oh preacher boy?"
I'll draw my knife.
Yeah.
I'll start just slicking back a little bit.
I don't think this is necessarily something that we
I don't think we need to.
to have any involvement in.
I just want to know if there's anything you can help. Like, even if you don't, could you have been able to help the people? of
What's your
Tombstone?
defense?
Angel's gone, the city's safe. What are you doing?
Angel what?
The angel's gone, the city's safe. What are you doing?
Tombstone is doomed.
Tombstone is maybe doomed. And killing that won't save it.
Oh,
Yeah, it
It took
will.
us so long to.
If the angel goes away.
The angel is gone. as
No,
far as
the angel is
concerned.
inside of Constance.
So if we actually kill it, that'll save the people?
If we kill Constance, the angel goes away.
She said they wouldn't feed anymore.
Yeah.
But it won't relieve that tension. Like, what's already
She's
taken
holding
will be-
on to the power that the angel has collected.
She's not giving it back. That's the thing. She's intentionally hurting these people, and I can't not do anything.
And is there another
What is your
way
defense?
I'm
you
looking.
can restore hope? That is
Mm,
not involved.
Mine's different. Why
Here.
is it so?
Your defense
Could we bring
is...
It's different
a
from that.
parade
Lo-
to
I'm not-
not
Hang on, hang on.
Restore
So
hope?
it's not your armor. I'm just
Hope is
looking for
my
your
thing.
straight defense.
Right.
What's lowest of your dex and wits?
So 2.
So 2. Okay. So I will allow you, since you were battle prepared, you may make a either strength or basically, if you want to take a weaponry roll to pull out your smaller sword and try and parry.
Yeah, because my my wrathful would have gone away.
Yeah.
Doing the ritual.
You're
Strength
right
and
there,
weaponry.
Tony.
It's changed since then.
Oh, okay.
That's why I kept saying it wasn't that one.
No, I was looking at like the
So she has a defense
equation.
of 3, so
So she said strength plus,
weaponry.
and if it's written in, then I get +1 to it. Is that true?
If you're using your sword, yeah.
Right. Okay. So it's my weaponry plus that.
Yeah, but you're just blocking, you're not doing any damage, so you
Right.
don't use the sword's dice.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm allowing you a parry because you're prepared for her to do just this.
Okay, I'm gonna do willpower.
Okay.
Down 3 to it.
There you go. Oh, never mind. Those were 6s.
1 success.
She also got 1 success, so you guys meet blade for blade.
I'm still
I'm
pretty
roll
pissed
initiative
off.
at this
So
point and
Yeah,
draw my
at this
guns.
point,
I would
everyone
be
needs an
attacking.
initiative. Yeah.
okay. Initiative mod 5. Does that mean I roll?
No. You just roll a d10 plus the initiative mod.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, just that? Oh.
I mean a d10. I'm sorry.
So a
D10?
D10
Yeah.
plus the initiative modifier?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. 10.
And I don't have anything for notes because we've never fought in this before.
Really?
We have.
I got it right here.
Just one d10 and then you're adding your initiative modifier.
Why is this white?
Dang, you just rolled a 10.
So I got a 10.
I
Did we
did
all
2.
get 10?
I got an 11.
Yeah, 5 plus 5.
Oh, I got
You got
15.
6.
So in the event
I got
of
plus
a
7.
tie, you guys can just decide amongst yourselves. It's fine.
So who else got 10s?
You can go first.
Oh, he got a 10. Oh, no. he
I got
more than
15.
10. I'll go first then. For that awkward moment that's about to happen.
Okay, so Hank, you were at a 15,
Yep.
and then you two. Who's going first?
Actually, Coulter, you go first. Go first.
Coulter,
It'll be a bit more better for thematic.
and then you,
Coulter.
Jared, and then who's
I
after
got an
that?
11.
I'm sorry, Mark. Oh, you're good.
7.
I don't have time to use Shackles of Pandemonium because it takes 10 minutes to set up.
And you didn't really think to set it up beforehand.
No, why would I? I didn't think we were dealing with a demon.
She's not a demon.
Angel, something, fiery hands.
All right. So at the top of the turn order, that is you, Hank.
So summoning my sword. That's a bonus, or it's an instant.
Yeah.
Can I still attack?
Yeah. If it's an instant, you can.
Okay.
So, just a quick question. Firearms would be firearms and dex plus the modifier?
The weapon. Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah.
Question for the high favorite. So it says,
Two,
when
what do you think?
anytime
Yeah.
a monster uses a power that either do magic, would that include everybody? Or is it just saying, like, monster?
None of you use magic, so it should be fine.
Okay. Would I know that this thing could use magic? If I knew
Well, it
that
says if she
that's
uses a power that's obviously magical. So
Can I use one of your dice?
It does not manifest.
you didn't get any successes.
Nope, because I'm so conflicted.
Okay, roll willpower.
No, it's good. I got one. And two. And three.
3 successes.
Okay, so you're not locked out of your benedictions, which is very useful.
Jeez. Oh, jeez.
So I'm probably gonna try to attack though.
Yeah, that's fine.
So how do I do this?
So it's going to be your strength plus weaponry plus the sword's rating. Minus her defense of 3.
By 6, plus. The sword would be 1 or 2.
He wrote it down.
Okay, so hold on.
Sword is 3.
No, it's 4.
Great sword is 4.
Long sword is 4 as well.
Oh, I just saw you written it down right there.
That one's right then. Yeah, it's 3. What is that for? Okay, 3.
Well, you did have it as a great sword before, but this is your smaller sword. That you
Right, I
brought.
brought so it's the long sword. Not
Yeah.
yeah,
So 3.
yeah. So 3. So minus that from our defense, basically.
So just 6.
So just strength plus.
Weaponry. Plus your specialty in swords.
Right, so extra 1 for that.
7.
Sorry, guys. 4.
4. So you get in with 2 lethal damage as she manages to kind of like parry your attack a little bit off of a seeming aura that seems to give her a little bit of armor.
Okay.
After that is Mark.
So I'm gonna activate the Eye of Hubris.
And that gives her a -2 whenever she tries to use
-2.
her powers.
Yep, any magic. And then I'm going to attack her with my knife.
Okay.
And then you said minus how many?
For her, it's defense 3.
But you already attacked once, right? So defense 2.
Oh, good. Somebody
Yeah.
paid attention.
That is 1 success.
Okay. That does not get through her armor, unfortunately. Coulter?
I've drawn both of my guns from behind me, and with my gunslinger and ambidextrous, I should be able to use both.
And she gets no defense against firearms. So.
What's your HP? Like, how do you.
Jeez,
Okay,
that
the
was
health.
Okay, 3 successes on the first shot.
For non-ambidextrous shots, it's a minus
Takes forever
2.
to count all these up, though.
Or I just don't add the weapon modifier.
Actually, Coulter would probably be
3
better
successes
prepared
on the second
to-
shot.
Are you rerolling
Okay.
those times?
He did.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's
I got that. Yeah. So,
So-
3 successes on both shots.
Through her armor, she takes 2 lethal damage as you clip her with 2 shots.
So, Coulter, if you didn't have that ambidextrous, how much dice would you roll for your second shot?
You have to subtract 2, I think, from
Okay.
for being an offhand.
We
Cool.
should really do.
Subtract 2.
this
Alright,
is
so you see me
outside. We
whip
should
out
really do a
2
episode
pistols.
explaining the combat.
I'll have to look it up again, but I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah,
either
it's
minus
1,
And me.
2, 3, 4. Move all of these losses out of the way and 1 reroll. Nope, just 4.
Did you subtract the 3?
You said not firearms.
Oh, yeah.
So 4.
So
And
4.
second shot, minus 2. That one was a 10 and then it got booped by another dice. No. 3. 4. So 8 total between both shots.
Okay, so she subtracts 2 from each shot, so it's only 4 lethal.
So 2, 4, 1.
No, I didn't get through defense.
I did 3. No, I did.
So
4,
minus
but it was
2
done
from the
2.
Eye of Hubris. So you watch as she runs her hands up her body, and bullet wounds and stabs start to close. Alina, it's your turn.
No one has taken any damage because she healed, so I will try and hit her with my taser baton. I got 2 successes for that.
And did her armor thing reset?
So the stun baton is not affected by armor because it does only stun damage because it's electricity, right?
Mhm.
So her armor does not apply. So she takes how many?
2.
I wrote 1. I did. I got 2 successes. I wrote 1 bashing, and target has -2 dice.
Okay, so she takes 1 bashing damage, and then what's the minus?
I don't know. This
We'll
is
say a
minus
-2.
minus.
So now it's a minus 4 for magic.
So then it's Mo.
Oh god.
And so Mo goes, everybody calm down. And I need everyone to make a resolve plus composure roll.
God.
Okay, so Michael came in with a clutch checking of the book. So when you're dual wielding without Coulter's feats, it's going to be a -1 for the initial attack and then a -3 for the offhand.
Okay.
Gunslinger reduces both by 1, so 0
I
to
have
-2.
Gunslinger.
And then ambidextrous reduces it by -2 to 0. So that's why you have no
That's why I have
penalty.
0.
Because you need ambidextrous and gunslinger in order to get to no penalty at all.
Okay. Yeah, so I just have a Gunslinger.
It's like I knew there was a reason I spent so many on those.
Yeah, no. So I have a 2 for my -2 for my offhand. So that one's a nope. That one's a nope. That one's a nope. 4
4.
success.
3. None.
None? 3?
3.
Okay. She got an exceptional. So Constance is still in the fight. Coulter, you feel the need to sit down and take a load off.
I walk over to a booth in my ceremonial speedo and kind of just cross my legs and like next to Mo, I assume.
He turns to you and says, I really don't want any of you to kill each other.
Oh, I don't want anybody to die either.
It just seems all so petty. So she has the power of an angel. I have the power of a demon. You guys didn't kill me.
I didn't start this. I just want to say that.
Hank, it's your turn.
I can't do willpower.
Risk one, right?
No, I can't use willpower this turn because I'm still paying for my sword. So I'm gonna attack again.
Okay. -3 'cause it's a new round.
Yep. One.
No, you have an 8.
Oh, 2. Sorry. 2
Two
successes.
does not get through her armor.
Yep.
Mark, it's your turn.
Going for it again.
See the orange one somewhere?
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
I needed it.
Oh, no, you're good.
2 successes.
So her armor is still...
Still doesn't get through. Okay. If I don't hit, can I enable the power?
No, because the power is on a hit.
Okay.
You can activate it.
Do you still...
Yeah.
Counting
We got
it. So 1, 2,
It sucks that you guys are going first.
Yeah. You're the ones that like actually armor
Plus 2,
matters.
yeah, go for it.
Jared, it's your turn.
It's my turn. Four.
Okay.
And then second shot. Then 1, so 5.
So you did 2 damage on the first. How much did you?
4 damage on the first
So I did
one.
2 damage and then no damage on the second one if she reduces any of
Yeah.
it because it's 1.
So, and you guys realize when she's getting shot, unlike a normal gunshot that like tears through a person, it's almost like you're just punching her with bullets.
Yeah.
What's up next?
After Jared is Constance, and she doesn't need to heal this turn, so watch out. Hank, what's your defense?
Do I add... So if I have my trench coat on.
So armor is at so
Okay.
you so I subtract your defense
Defense
from my attack.
Which is your lowest
So-
of dex or wit.
Right, but -1 because I'm in the trench coat.
Okay. then
So
yeah.
my defense is 1.
Okay, so 1. And then of the no successes I got, you would then reduce your armor.
Okay. And first is like melee, second is ranged. Or
Yeah,
guns.
Guns, specifically, yeah.
The second one.
And then if you had an asterisk, like if you have a Kevlar vest, it reduces all
Right.
gun damage to fashion.
Right.
So,
Which the trench coat is Kevlar.
but she did not get any successes, so she straight up misses you.
I stick
With
my
the
tongue
gleam of
out
her
at
sword.
her.
Slide me down. You could.
There's just a legit sword fight going on with Lucius in the back going.
And I'm just kind of.
And Levi lounging on a couch.
I'm kind of standing like
Mosquito.
5 feet to the left of
Bigger
Levi and Mo, just kind of like.
Helena, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a vial out of my pocket,
Okay.
snort it up my nose, and breathe a cloud at Constance.
Okay.
Yes.
That
I
second hand
got
smoke.
one
guys.
success, so it is activated. Okay, and so then we do a contested. You resist with stamina plus resolve -4.
-4.
Mhm.
3 successes.
Okay. So I guess you're not affected.
Okay. She only had 3 dice, so it was very impressive.
Three successes.
With her 6 dice, she couldn't stab Hank, but poison, she's like,
Lovely.
I think
and that's Mo again.
Composure resolve roll again.
No, Mo stretches, considers for a moment. Everyone make a dexterity plus athletics roll as the entire bar tips to one side and the door flies open.
So if I don't have,
no, I didn't say it in time.
Me too.
Oh, no, you're sitting in the booth, so you're fine.
2 successes.
And he goes like this.
Feeling very relaxed.
4.
That one's cocked really bad.
1.
Okay. So those of you who got at least 1 success, you slide. You are prone, but you have managed to like grab onto like a bolted down stool or like hit the wall as opposed to flying out the door into the what looks like a 2-story drop.
Rude.
Two at least like grab on to like semi.
Well, I mean, it's just simple success. So unless you got an exceptional, like there's no additional benefit. Constance, as soon as the room temps, you notice she just kind of floats, and so she doesn't seem to be standing on the actual ground.
Immediately she didn't run.
So Hank, it is your turn.
Or
To get back to her is going to be an athletics check because the room is still tipped until Mo's next turn. Also, you can choose to stay out of the fight at this point, as he used his power for something else. You are no longer under his control.
Kind of like in the booth, like, wait a second.
You're not necessarily inclined to rejoin the fight, but
they're my friends.
You do see another gunslinger that might need to show them up.
Oh, I don't then use my vice. I know I better.
I mean, I'm still trying to show everyone up, so I'm gonna do it even though I'm gonna fail.
Okay. Well, you never know.
It's a 5 dice.
You could do
Athletics.
strength plus athletics to
Athletics
jump at
is
her.
-1 is 1.
Well,
because-
I was looking at academics.
Oh hell no! I can use what?
You can use strength instead if you want to like jump off of the piece of wall, like just jump at her.
Oh hell yeah!
So just 3 dice.
Badass.
Screw y'all. 2 successes.
Okay. So you can make your attack roll now with no penalties for the maneuver you just did. So
That's still -3.
yep, still -3.
Still so many dice.
But I miss sometimes.
Can I risk it for willpower for an attack?
Yeah. As long as you're attacking with not one of your endowments.
Oh yeah, just a gun.
2 successes.
2?
I'm sorry, 3 successes.
3?
'cause I
Well,
rerolled 1.
you get a cut on her for
Yeah.
sure. And that is Mark. You are currently splayed out, like very
Oh.
close to the door.
It's a dex plus athletics, right?
Yeah, Dex plus Athletics to like
Get up
crawl
to-
your way back up
Okay.
to her,
I'm crawling.
or you can make Strength plus Athletics to jump. But if you
I did.
fail to jump,
I didn't make it.
okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm
you
trying to
crawl
crawl,
and
but
then
can't.
shh.
Yep.
treadmill.
And I'll scream, God damn it, Levi, get in here!
If ever we were
so
your friends.
being prone, for those of you using guns, you are at a penalty to shoot from prone.
I'm sitting.
Yes, you are fine. I'm talking to Jared, whose turn it
Point
is.
Can I just know it's his turn?
Yeah, it's called
Don't lose,
I'm
I'm sorry,
I
yeah.
I'm sorry. I hear you. I didn't mean to do this. Mo, this is nothing personal. I just can't let her kill them. It's not fair.
She's not doing a very good job.
Well, I know, but neither are they.
I resent that.
I resemble that statement.
I resemble that.
Almost
Very
Nice.
You got 2 more rerolls.
Yes,
too.
please.
Exceptional doesn't count for damage, though, does it?
No.
No, 4. 4 successes on the first one.
4 successes? Okay. And you're shooting?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have anything else that I do, really.
You have your flames, which do aggravated damage.
I know, but then I'd have to leap up and jump at her.
No, your flames are ranged, buddy.
They're ranged? Since when?
Aren't they? I mean, keep going your turn. I'm pretty
super
sure.
down.
I will look this up. Hold on.
I have it right here.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah, no, you literally just go like this, and they light on fire.
Okay, can I do 1 gunshot and 1 range, or do I need to shoot another gun right now?
I mean,
It's kind of
Hellfire is a different type of action, so...
Yeah. Okay, well, next round I know what I'm doing, since I already started this one.
Jeez.
Exceptional. 5.
So the only benefit to an exceptional attack roll is the additional damage. So-
Okay. So 4 the first time, 5 this time.
Okay, so that's
9.
2,
2 lethal.
and then, well, it's bashing.
Oh, sorry.
And then the second one does 5, so minus her 2 armor, so that's 3, so that's still 5 bashing damage.
Great.
So she does not look good.
And the bar sideways, and I'm standing on the booth.
Thank you, Levi.
Sorry about the pause there, folks. Keep going.
Jared, it is your turn.
Alright, so can I use the dex thing to like prop myself on whatever I'm holding onto to shoot without doing
Yes,
anything?
but you'd only be able to get 1 gunshot off.
I'll just shoot them. What's the minus?
It's minus 3.
-3. Alright, I was gonna risk a willpower anyway. So
Plus compound with the minus 2 for the second shot.
for the second half, yeah. So I'll still risk the willpower though. I'm gonna roll them separately because they keep knocking them over. Actually, you know what? Better idea.
There you go. Get in the world of Dark Spirit. Dice towers are for D&D.
So 4,
We're knocking dice
5.
over doesn't count.
and 2 more rerolls. 6 for the
Okay.
first shot. And then I get 1 thing back. Before, yeah.
Michael Jackson. For a second.
What if I wanted to? So minus 4 from this, so it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll do another willpower. Might as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 reroll. 4 more. So 2.
So
and
you
3.
hear Mo cry out, "Is like, I wouldn't kill her in," right as you shoot her in the head. Whose virtue is hope? So the energy comes streaming out of her as she dies, falls, rolls along the floor and out the door, and the energy can't escape this room. So it streaks towards the nearest hopeful vessel and
Can
just fills you completely.
Does that mean that I'm just taking insane amounts of damage, or am I now bound to the angel?
The angel is now bound to you.
How do I release it?
What's
You
your
To release the angel, greed. To release the angel, you would have to give up a point of willpower.
Like, permanently?
Yes. You could buy it back with experience, but you would have to.
I mean, I'm down to buy it back with experience. Like, is it the?
It would be his personal
Oh.
experience.
Yeah. I mean,
Or you could hold on to it.
then all these people are gonna die.
Oh no, you could release that aspect of the power. Just the angel itself would be bound to you still.
Do I know what the consequences are of being bound to it?
No, not really.
I release it.
So spend that dot of willpower. But you can't release it in here, so you like run out.
Oh, he's gonna vomit.
So Mo goes.
Tombstone, please, tombstone.
I run out after him.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not running. I am walking. Like,
He's walking like he needs to go to the bathroom really bad.
I'll just get outside and just.
There's a constant string of Enochian in your mind as you like walk.
I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'm going as fast as I can. You're very large,
Very large.
and I will. As soon as I'm outside the doors of the bar, I'll release it.
Okay. So erase one of your dots of willpower.
Yes. Sunday.
Sorry.
I'll have to get it back. I can't keep it, so.
So the angel's energy, the angel and the energy it's collected comes streaming out of you. You can make a stamina check to stay conscious, or just go unconscious. It's your choice.
1 success.
Okay. So you fall to your knees, still like aware of your surroundings.
Still in this fucking ceremonial speedo.
Yes. In the middle of some guy's lawn.
But what happened to my clothes though? Because I only took off the main jacket, and I still wearing the slacks.
I mean, you were constantly dousing yourself with water, so I mean,
I'm just soaked.
yeah.
Cool.
I
I'll toss in my jacket. I want that for now.
help him up. I help you up. And then give you a hug.
You started this.
Thank you for finishing the right way.
This bag in the back of the car. We should at least be gym close to that.
I go
Do you want a
running-
suit?
I go running. grab
Mo tosses out your clothes. He's like standing at the foot of the stairs, and he's like,
Iris, do you want to check on the citizens?
Yes, I'll go see how they're doing.
some guy in the house that you're in the backyard of comes out and is like, what the hell are you doing in my lawn? Why you got no clothes on, boy?
it. Has Mo
Sorry, you need
disappeared
to
yet?
head back inside right now.
Huh?
Has Mo disappeared yet?
No.
I go run back to the door. I do not go in. I call out to him. Thank you for releasing us from his thing when he did.
You're welcome.
Sorry about your friend, brother.
Constance?
Yes.
I mean, she was already dead.
Yeah, no.
For the guy that came running outside, I would like to intimidate him to go back inside.
Well, I run
Okay,
up to
you-
him to check his vitals.
Go back inside. Don't come here. So those are two very conflicting things. So you guys need to decide amongst yourselves what's going on.
No, considering there's snake.
I'm just putting my clothes back on in
He's-
his yard.
There's a doorway to some hell bar.
He
like-
can't see that.
Yeah, I'm still getting booty inside. If you want to take his vitals, go in with me.
I will then. He's intimidated.
like-
if he goes back in and is intimidated.
You're back inside. It's not where you want to be.
He's going inside, but of his own volition.
Do I have to roll all my dice? I'm guessing presence or manipulation probably be better.
Well, intimidation is just presence plus intimidation. So
Oh, okay. So
you don't have to roll. I'm saying he's going back inside.
yeah.
Never mind. No, he's not.
Never mind. No, he's not.
No, this is my backyard. You go.
I'm trying, sir. I do not want to be
Pew,
here
pew
anymore
at
than
his
you
feet.
want
What are
me
you
here.
doing?
Sir,
Oh, I
I'm
would
just trying to
punch
make
you.
sure you're
Like, literally,
okay.
I would
Let's see
tackle
why
you.
you're suffering.
I don't know. I felt real depressed about my daughter getting a B- in school, and then
But now you feel less.
I watched a lot of Oprah.
I'm a teacher. It happens. She's gonna be okay.
No, she's not. She was supposed to go to Harvard. Now she'll never get into Harvard. B?
Yes, she will.
Who are you
It's
people?
unlikely that a girl from Tombstone is going to go to Harvard. Sorry.
Don't
Okay, I liked you, but you can
do
go.
that.
Oh, sorry. I'm just
Did
trying to
that
be
break the
honest.
spell on, am I still angry?
Oh no, you get all your hope back.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Can I, sir, as an apology, can I leave you a card? I might have somebody you can talk to.
Sure.
I start laughing.
I'll give him my card.
But why were you naked, though?
It's a very complicated story. But everybody in the town's fine. And that's all that matters. At the end
Of
the
course
day.
everybody in the town is fine. What are you talking about?
Hazing ritual.
What?
Things need to be done.
So you guys are frat? I'm supposed to believe that you are college-aged.
I just
I
walk
look
away
young.
at that point.
I'm like 20, so.
He's definitely not college-age.
How do you know this isn't an adult fraternity?
And what fraternity has women in it?
There's some co-ed fraternities out there.
Seb!
This is all.
I'm walking back to the car. I'm just getting him to come with me.
This is all. We're pledging to a little school called South Point. So send your letters
Go.
to there.
Go. Please just go.
Walk away.
I just want to enjoy my ham sandwich.
It's all
all I
moldy.
want.
It's been out for 2 days.
He's gonna make a new one.
I can tell you,
He sniffs it first.
his daughter's going to Harvard.
Yeah, sir, what's your name? What's your...
Levi has anything to do with it.
So what business do you guys want to shore up? I mean, like, you guys just stopped an crazy Irish woman from the 1800s from wreaking havoc across the world as a
I
demon.
feel like we maybe need to go refill her grave so no one knows that it was disrupted.
Or
Might as well bury
maybe we
her
can ask
alongside
Mo
it.
to find her body as well.
Oh,
He's
the
there.
the cellar is gone.
Oh, well, there goes that.
Oh, because remember, he opened the door. She tumbled out of
Yeah.
the bar to somewhere, and then he changed it when
Oh,
Levi asked him. to.
Fantastic, so it's laying in the street somewhere.
So
Yeah.
Is it literally laying in the street?
Hey, Mo.
we need to also
But very far away from you guys.
figure
so-
out why this necromancer raised her from the dead, and why he was forcing the other children to do this ritual,
So we need to...
and who he is. We saw the drawing, right?
Mhm.
Which looks like a blank piece of paper to me, basically.
Not actually.
But yeah, based
Given
on-
your level of comprehension of said drawing, yes.
I feel like we need to decide to do it with her body, because are we gonna...
We don't know where her body is.
No, we can see it's in the street. It's just really
No. Like,
No,
you
we
don't
just really
know
far
where
away.
her
You
body
said we
is.
could
different
see it.
place.
You saw it tumble out of the bar, and then he changed the location.
Oh,
we don't
got
know
it.
where.
For clarification, he dumped her in Toronto, where there used to be a sub basement that they hollowed out, so it's now a 2-story drop.
Okay, so
Because that's how his door works. So
Okay.
he dropped her off of like a skyrise in Toronto.
There's also the matter of the college hockey players running around
Yeah.
Phoenix somewhere.
rookie.
I don't know
Oh,
anything
yes.
about any of that.
He was with a hitchhiker, right? Is what Mo was saying.
I believe that was the last thing we heard.
Don't know what he's doing.
I feel maybe we need to take a day off, because I think we're all kind of spent.
No, I'm fine. Anyone needs a ride back, unless you're sticking with him.
Somebody else want to drive?
I'll drive.
Okay.
Where are we going? Back to your place.
Suppose I
Do you want me to go with you back to the restaurant?
There is a family with a missing girl who still have no idea what happened to their daughter.
I'll let you all handle with that. Anyone who's heading back right now, come with me. You can brief me on
I
no,
We're a team. You
you're
stick
the
with
government
us.
agent. You're staying here.
It's like 90% of what the government doesn't do is stay.
Well, that's gonna change.
Keep stupid.
Alright, I'll wait a little.
So, to be clear, you are agreeing to stay with them because you are a team. So, in that moment, you all kind of are tossed back, and next thing you know, you're standing in like an old, ancient stone room.
What? I look around.
You feel a searing pain as a ring of energy sears a band around each of your wrists.
Are there markings or anything? Do we
And
recognize?
for those of you who remember the time where a certain someone talked, you recognize a voice saying, "The covenant is bound, the covenant is made. The steel cry is now."
Does anyone inform me about what the fuck is going on?
It appears you're going to be in Tucson for a little bit longer.
I've already mission briefed to stay there.
And then the floor starts to crumble away into nothing, and you wake up on the ground.
In Tombstone, back where we were at.
Dust
In that
myself
guy's
off.
yard still.
Except now you're laying down like in a circle with seared flesh around you.
I didn't know we were bringing Tom on this one.
Oh my god, I need to drink.
He goes where he wants.
I might need one too.
What the hell just happened?
This is a very long story. We will talk to the girl's family, and we will get everybody drinks and discuss the rest of it.
I'll go talk to the family.
Agreed.
All right?
I'll be in that bar.
I'll be with Iris.
I'll go talk to the family.
I was gonna specifically apparently we got something blood related.
Yes, and I think she might as well.
Mine's briefing me a bit more on what the heck's going on.
After the family.
So we go talk to the family.
Okay. So you get to
I think
the.
the three of us, and they're in the bar.
Yeah.
I stay back. I'm at the defense, just
So you go into the house. Who is entering the home? Just you two. You're not going. You guys went to a bar somewhere. Is what I'm understanding.
I mean, Tombstone is literally like a street, and yeah, there's a couple of bars on it.
Okay.
So,
So I mean, even though they're not open.
they're
Oh.
not open. Why
No,
has a
everyone
key.
just woke up from a hopeless stupor.
That is true.
there is.
I mean, he has a skeleton
bar
key.
downstairs.
People in the bar that lost hope.
I mean,
Maybe a lot
sure,
of people.
but I mean, they don't work there.
I'll go in the house after.
All right, I'll
Realize
No, no,
There's
you,
no
you could
food.
skeleton key and go in and drink as much as you would like and just leave cash behind. That's fine with me. But just the bars are not open because it is like 1 p.m.
Maybe the girl's family will have some drinks.
All right, fine.
Okay, so
Dad is
who's
dead. Give me a juice. Give me a beer.
going
We
into
don't
the
know
house?
she's dead.
Oh, we do.
Everyone but
I'll go in.
Okay.
I'll stay with this children.
So they answer the door, kind of bewildered, and they're like, "Hello."
Hi, we heard your daughter was missing.
Oh, all right. Do you have any information?
Well, we're working with the gentleman from the Federal Bureau of Investigation behind us. You seen by the fence?
I think
There are 3 that are 9 years. I know. That's one of these. I took 3 from him.
Yes.
Are any of those yours?
We believe that we may have a lead. We just wanted to let you know that we're doing our best to bring this case.
The only ones I'm
She-
not sure
she-
about are the purple.
So you guys are on mics, remember?
Oh, I got them from the middle.
So she keeps looking at Beck and then like trying to pay attention to you. She keeps looking back at, and the father kind of is like making direct eye contact with you, and he's like, "Well, I mean, this is our second child that we've lost, so this isn't out of the ordinary, I guess."
I'm so sorry to hear that. Ma'am, is there a problem?
That man, he looks so much like, I mean, obviously older, but my dear Anthony.
Is Anthony the other son you lost?
Yes, he was very little.
How much time has passed?
I'd say he'd probably be in his 20s now.
Do you have any pictures of him when he was younger?
I mean, sure.
We don't mean to be rude, but anything that could help with the investigation.
Yes, so she takes you in. I mean, they're all like baby pictures, so I don't know how much someone can infer from a baby picture.
Was
The age machine. I'll go back to the door. Agent Beck, would you like to say anything before we move on?
Sorry for your loss.
I thought you said there was just new information in the
She's
case.
still lost. I'm sorry. Hopefully we can find her and bring her back. I'm not the really peppy one. That's why they go forward. Sorry. I walk away. And you start going away. They kind of like, oops.
There is a strong familial resemblance with these two people to Beck as well. So
There was a sighting in Tucson, and that's what we're going to continue to move forward with. We thought that we had tracked whoever was involved back in Tombstone, and we unfortunately lost the trail there. But we're confident that we'll be able to pick it up again.
Have they found that youth pastor?
The youth pastor.
Yes, he was the number one suspect. He's not during the summer. He's a janitor at South Point, and he lives here in Tombstone in the summer months, and he runs a small youth ministry. 4 of the children who said they'd seen my daughter last all went to the school, so they heavily suspected he might have something to do with it.
What's his name?
Hmm?
You remember what his name?
Brian, I think Hansen.
Yes, Brian Hansen. You remember? That's also a reason why we're in Tombstone, is to talk to him and interview him a little bit more. Could you direct us to where his house is?
He's missing, unfortunately, but we were hoping to see the site.
Yeah.
The sheriff would have the address. I have not been given that information.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We just were so charmed by our town that we thought it might be.
I think it's being deliberately kept from me because I did threaten him at one point.
I'll pat her on the back. Well,
Can I use your loo?
No one here is named Lou.
Excuse her. She means your restroom.
Oh, of course.
When I take something that might have beauty on it.
Okay.
Hairbrush or-
Hairbrush or toothbrush, either.
Whatever is
Hairbrush.
available.
Go for the hairbrush.
Really? Sample.
Now, you would still need to get a sample from Beck.
I know, but this is step 1.
I'm just being clear.
You are the father.
Iris is gearing up for her own talk show. Survey says you are the father.
No, science says.
Thank you so much for your time. We'll check in with you if we have anything
Please
else.
do. I didn't even know there was a new FBI agent on the case. Agent Armentis has been dealing with it up until this point.
I'm sorry?
Agent Armentis? Lapis Armentis? She's been the FBI agent assigned to our case.
How
this entire
strange. She
time.
has the same last name as me.
You do look really similar as well.
Oh,
It's
Do you have any contact information for him?
in my purse. She kind of like waddles into the house, grabs her purse, and hands you her card.
Thank you.
All right, we won't take any more of your time, but we do really appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, and tell Agent Clark that the fruit basket he sent was also amazing.
Oh,
if
we
you
will.
talk to him.
We will. Thank
Of
you.
course, he's famous for those.
Yes. I just never received such kindness from a government agency before. You know, they've been so good to us, visiting often, making sure that we're taken care of, and
That's
my
great.
husband was able to take off work because they gave us a generous stipend.
It's great to hear.
That is very kind.
I didn't even know the government did that in these cases.
Did you have the same Agent Clark and this Atramentus when your son went missing?
No.
Who were the officers
FBI
in
never
charge?
got involved when my son went missing. It was just the local sheriffs.
Thank you so much for your time.
I mean, he's presumed dead. We've come to terms with that.
I just don't know if there's a link.
I understand.
Well,
I'm
Yeah.
getting the air conditioner
Have a
going
good
right
night.
now.
Goodbye.
yeah, have a good night.
Thank you.
that's delicious.
It's hot out here.
Do you have a card? That, like, Armentis gave us a card. Do you have a card for us to contact you if we have any more questions?
We're trying to keep the primary point of contact to a single funnel, so our method will be your point of contact still. We would just check.
So she's still on the case. You're just
We're assistant. We're
4 agents additionally?
we're a special task force.
But Armentis is still the agent in charge of the case.
She kind of, like, haphazardly looks at Zach's sword.
A very special task.
Can I do an empathy roll to like make her not?
She doesn't hate you. She's just
worried.
Yeah, and you guys look like a bunch of dirty, common clothes person because you were just rolling around on the ground.
In a trench coat with a longsword strapped on my back.
I would just like to say, all of mine are nice still. I was not wearing them for all of that.
Not to mention the one guy who looked like an FBI agent was like soaking wet.
Oh no, I took my jacket off, so I had the jacket off, so
But your pants were soaking.
I was at a distance, they might not have noticed.
So,
And a British person. Which, to these small-minded Americans, why would a British person be in the FBI?
This is weird.
Very special task force.
She's more alarming than the sword.
Yeah.
So we already knew that the Agent Clark or Mr.
Chiron
Clark.
group.
We already knew the Chiron group was involved because of Mr. Clark.
Obviously, we left.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Close the door.
I've
Just instantly
never
start
heard-
talking.
I've never heard a last name, your last name aside from you. Is that a regular last name? Or
It's not terribly common in England. Bit more common in Egypt, of course. Don't know. I would imagine it's not very common here in the States at all.
so
Call your parents, see if they lost a kid before you were born.
That's ridiculous.
Hey, they
Who
lost
does that
a kid,
ever happen
too.
to?
This is ridiculous. Well, I see our next step is looking into this house of this counselor to see if we can find anything. I'll do a quick Google search to see if I can find his address in Tombstone.
Channel Dog.
Channel the dog.
Make a straight just D10 luck roll. Let's see how successful you are.
10.
10?
Boom!
So, I mean, he pops right up, like, local man.
Mhm.
Like, his address was listed as a farm where he grew a really big pumpkin.
Okay.
Your voice.
That's just the article you found that has his address. So.
I think we should go check it out.
Let's
You hear a faint voice just
let's
somewhere
go see.
I still got you back.
Really want to face him with.
There's a Doug Force ghost.
I don't think maybe we confront him. I
He
think
was
we
still
just
floating
check
in the
the house
void, so
out.
he's still kind of
Well, she did say he's also missing.
He's also missing, so
Right.
we could just see what.
And he
Is
also
anything in his
raised his
house?
body today.
Well, you don't know that that's the same man.
We should have showed her the picture.
We should have.
run back real fast. Have you seen this man?
My mind picture.
Wait, was there a
Well, hold
picture
on. Yeah, I was
on
gonna
the
say
article?
with the
I drew.
article.
You guys drew a picture.
Yeah, does the picture on the article match the picture that we drew?
Yeah. He's definitely younger in the picture.
Friends.
All right.
And to be clear, he's definitely younger in the picture that you drew.
Oh.
Not the picture in the article. The picture in the article, he looks to be about 70 years old. And he looks to be about 30, 40 in the hand-drawn picture.
That is bizarre. We need to find this guy.
He's obviously quite a few steps ahead of us. I don't know if we could wait another day to check it out.
We're here already.
All right, let's go.
We are already here.
Lead the way. I'll kind of get in my car and wait for you to.
I'm going to ride with you.
And you said you
All
drive.
I'm driving.
We'll
Use
toss
the
in
company.
keys.
I'll go with Levi this time.
So you get to this farm, and there's like a farmhouse and like a couple of people kind of bewilderedly standing around, going like, "Who's been working?" Like, none of the chickens have been fed. There's shit. They're just like kind of arguing about who wasn't doing what they were
why
supposed
weren't
to
you
do.
on the shift? Shall we try the political approach or sneak in the rear?
I could just sneak in the rear very well if you guys want to take the up front.
I'm not much for sneaking. I can distract.
Let's go in.
All right, so you two to the rear and us to the front.
Yeah, Sneak ahead.
What is?
Have
Doubly
given just
penetrated?
enough room so that like you can see from behind, but you're not.
Would it be dexterity stealth for a stealth check?
So, okay. So, what are you guys doing? Because I assumed you were driving up in a car. And they're all standing outside in bright daylight.
So the three of us drove up in the car.
I'll pull up on a different street and then we'll circle around to avoid them.
Okay.
Because the three of us rode together.
So, make a wits plus drive check to make sure that you don't get your car stuck. Because you'd have to drive.
Oh no, I'm saying it's like not like on a side road, just like a ways away from the street, like a good 100 feet away. Walk off, like go like apparently going into a home, and then
Okay.
I'm not going on like a dirt road. I can do it if you said wits.
Wits plus drive. Because like the only way you're not going to be seen by them on their property is if you went like 2 properties over and then looped back around. Because like it's a farm, but they're all close to the road.
I got all my willpower back. That one's cut. Come on, we'll look for me.
Okay. So who's in the second car?
1, 2, 3, and then
Those two?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys kind of like off-road. You go up the road quite a bit and then start looping about to the back of the property in your car. No need for stealth rolls or anything because I'm just saying, like, you guys are approaching where no one is looking.
Yeah.
So the three of you pull up. I'm like, who the hell is this now?
This is
Oh, hello. We're so sorry to bother you. We are with the bureau that's investigating the missing girl in town. You've heard.
You guys have already harassed Brian enough. I don't know where he is. You can go find him. Isn't that your job? Why you gotta ask me so many questions?
I'm so sorry.
If I wanted to do your job, I would have went to college.
We never meant to bother you. I apologize.
Well, you
We've
guys
been,
come down here like every other week, making sure I don't know where Brian is. I don't know where Brian is. Go find Mr. Hanson your damn self. His trailer is right there. Feel free to look into it. I already broke the lock off of it, so you're more than free.
Well, thank you.
This is Mr. Hanson's farm?
No, he just lives on my property.
This is your farm.
Yes.
What's your name?
Huh?
Your name?
Mordecai.
Mordecai?
Winston.
Winston Mordecai?
No, Mordecai Winston.
Mordecai Winston.
Mr. Winston, thank you.
Whose last name is Mordecai? Who raised you?
The wolves.
A cat.
No, the cat protects me.
I haven't gotten
Not
into
there,
his
but-
storage shed yet. If you guys want to get into that, I mean,
Where's
Well-
the storage shed?
behind his trailer. Where are storage sheds? Who raised y'all?
Well, Mr. Winston, we won't trouble you any further. We'll just go ahead and take a look.
You are an unpleasant man.
I find you to be very displeasing as well.
I walk away.
God bless you.
God bless.
As I'm sneaking into the back, if I hear the footsteps, I'll be
So,
being
are you,
quiet.
So you're sneaking into the back of the
farmhouse.
Oh, okay.
Because the last information that you got
thought
was
that
that the
he- yeah.
farmhouse was where Hanson was living.
All right, yeah, no,
We're
I
gonna
rolled
get
it.
shot.
I rolled myself. I'm keeping that stealth check until he tells me for it.
Oh, well, I didn't ask you to roll anything, so you
That's
don't
my
get to
stealth
keep
check.
it.
And I get to reroll 2 times. Boom, 3 times.
Do you want to maybe use your key and...
Well, let's see how it's locked first. I'd rather not.
Text us, tell us not to go to the farmhouse.
I'm kind of curious to see what's in the farmhouse, actually. I don't know. Because
Yeah,
if they
same.
searched the trailer, but not the farmhouse.
Yeah.
I feel like this is...
Well, you can't
Subterfuge on the other the Mordecai? What do you
Oh
say?
no, he's been completely. You
Oh,
don't
okay.
think he has the ability to lie because he doesn't even have the
That's
ability
pretty
to be polite.
Okay.
I strangely
Let's
admire
check the
that.
shed.
What kind of locks on the shed?
So it's a metal shed with a particularly heavy security door, and it has a key code.
Oh, what's that?
I don't think I can.
Ironically enough, the skeleton key works on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you just stick the key into it, turn it, and it unlocks
Okay.
it. That's how the skeleton key works.
I will use the skeleton key.
I love that. I love that. So
I draw
much.
my sword.
Okay. Do you
But-
activate it or just
No,
draw?
I just draw.
So Mordecai is like
You
from
saw
the porch
that, right?
going,
You're like, what?
what?
No, we're good.
What
It's just my willpower.
Ghost tablet.
Yeah, it spent itself without me drawing.
So you slide open the shed, and you hear the peal of a shotgun, and then you'll end our session.